looks like we're good. So let me know if it sounds good on your end too. And here we are at 10 o'clock. Friday. Friday before Palm Sunday. Hope that you've had a good week, at least as good as might be expected under our extreme circumstances. Hope that you're staying home and people are taking care of you as needed. Move that. Had a note from somebody this week saying that their daughter was insisting that they stay in. She's doing the shopping for her and that kind of thing. People teleworking. Bonnie is planning again to be on rotation with her, the rest of her staff, and have next week telework. But that was the plan for this past week, and didn't work out so well. Hopefully this coming week she'll be able to be on rotation. Someone else will be there at the clinical center managing things on site. She'll do her management from off-site. So good morning to those that are here. And primarily I wanted to give you some information about what to expect in the coming week. Sunday worship will be here on YouTube, 11 o'clock. Some of it will be live. Some of it I will be sharing some recorded material that has been produced by our annual conference, materials from our district superintendents, our conference leadership, trying to help us with our worship together, even though we are in our homes. Worshiping together as an annual conference, I think, is a great idea, and so I wanted to incorporate some of what they have brought to us. We'll conclude Sunday's worship with a variation on the Love Feast liturgy. And so you'll want to have on hand something to drink. Maybe that will be coffee or tea or your favorite juice or water. I don't know. Whatever you'd like. And then something to eat, some kind of comfort food. Maybe for you that will be bagels and cream cheese, toast and jam, biscuits and honey. Maybe it's pretzels. I don't know. I think Bonnie and I are going to have French toast with real maple syrup. So that's the plan, and you'll want to have that for our worshiping together separately experience of the Love Feast. And in the notes below, I'm going to have a link to a short video that talks a little bit about the Love Feast, and you might like to take a look at that. I'll have a couple more links down there for you too, and I'll tell you about those as I'm going along. So this coming week, I am not going to be doing live sessions or any morning sessions for that matter, because I'm preparing a number of videos. One is an evening worship video for Thursday evening, sometimes called Holy Thursday or Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday comes from that Latin word for command. This is the evening. Scriptures tell us when Jesus washed his disciples' feet and then commanded them to love in the same way through serving. So we'll have a worship video for Maundy Thursday, Holy Thursday, an evening video. I'm planning for it to go up at 7. Then a noontime worship for Good Friday. It'll be a Stations of the Cross liturgy. An Easter morning worship service, which will begin at 11 o'clock. All of these are going to be here on YouTube. And if I can complete it, also an Easter sunrise devotional, which will either be posted live, it'll either go up live or it'll be a posted video. I'm not sure. It's the last on my list. And so it's if I can get it done. If it gets done, it'll start at 6. Birds will already be singing by that time, and when we are done, the sky should be starting to get light, and you can watch the sunrise if you wish. Now for me, others might be able to do these things in less time. I don't know, but it takes me several hours just to produce a 15-minute video, whether it's scripted or live stream like this one, because I'm going to be coming. I spent a couple hours here this morning planning what I was going to say, and then I'm going to spend some more time going back and editing this video a little bit and then posting it into our playlists. So that takes some time there. So whether it's scripted and recorded or whether it's live like this and then edited afterwards, either way, it takes some significant time. So that's a lot of time that's going into these videos. So that's an overlook of what will be coming in the coming week. Now, in keeping with the Celtic theme that I've brought to this week, I have not only brought that book that I showed you, I also have been listening this morning to a lovely musical rendition of the Lorica. The Lorica is sometimes called the Deer's Cry, sometimes it's called St. Patrick's Breastplate. Though it's attributed to St. Patrick, it probably is not his. It may predate him, but it is certainly his in spirit. The recording that I've been listening to was posted by Emmaus Music. It's from the album The Pilgrim. The music is by Sean Davey, and it's sung by Rita Connolly. It is a lovely video, and they post the words as she's singing. I commend it to you. You may enjoy it as well. And then finally today, I wanted to share with you about the Book of Common Prayer. It's a book of prayers and rituals that's published by the Episcopal Church, and it's a cousin to our own United Methodist Book of Worship. There are a couple of differences. One of them is that the language of the Book of Common Prayer tends to be more old school, traditional, while our Book of Worship, the Book of Common Prayer, old school, traditional, while our Book of Worship tries to be more contemporary. So there's some traditional and some quite contemporary pieces in it. So that's one difference. Another is that the Book of Common Prayer has been released to the public domain, so its contents can be freely used, even in situations like this, streaming. And another difference is you can download a copy of it. You don't have to find an online source like Cokesbury or somebody else that I'm not going to advertise. So you can download a copy of it. That's the third link that I'm going to have down below. And in the section on Lent, for Lent, it has this as an invitation to morning prayer. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. O come, let us adore him. We tend to think of Lent as a heavy time, this time of preparation, a time of self-denial, and some of that has been enforced upon us by our public health emergency, but here we have this note of joy in this invitation. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Let's adore him. Lovely invitation to worship. And then words from Psalms 95, 96, and 100 in the section on morning prayer. Great words. O come, let's sing to the Lord. Let's heartily rejoice in the strength of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and show ourselves glad in him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God, a great King above all gods. In his hands are the corners of the earth, and the strength of the hills is his also. The sea is his, he made it. His hands prepared the dry land. O come, let's worship, fall down, and kneel before the Lord our Maker, for he is the Lord our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the sheep of his hand. O worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Let the whole earth stand in awe of him, for he comes to judge the earth, with righteousness to judge the world, the people with his truth. O be joyful in the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with a song. Be sure that the Lord is God. It is he who's made us, not we ourselves. We're his people, the sheep of his pasture. Oh, go your way into his gates with thanksgiving, into his courts with praise. Be thankful to him, speak good of his name, for the Lord is gracious. His mercy is everlasting. His truth endures from generation to generation. Again, I'm going to have a link to the Book of Common Prayer that you can download down below. And before I wrap up, let me just reiterate something I said yesterday. We should be allowing Jesus to be the window through whom we look at God. If we want to understand who God is, let's use Jesus as the means to do that. If we want to understand what the Scriptures mean, let's let Jesus be our magnifying glass as we study the Scriptures. These Psalms are helpful. So I'll go ahead and wrap up and hope that you have a good day. Again, check the links that I'll post below. I hope you enjoyed that recording posted by Emmaus Music, the recording of the music by Sean Davey and sung by Rita Connolly. And as you go through your day, may grace and peace be yours in abundance. Have a good one.